Hello friends, welcome to your own YouTube channel. Today's story is very enlightening. This story will give you a lot of inspiration in your life. Listen to the entire story. Today's story is about a male and a female pigeon. In this story you will learn how fathers who have daughters raise them and what their end is. The birth of a daughter in any home is very auspicious, a very special day. It is said in the scriptures that the home where a daughter is born is very fortunate. And it is even written in the Garuda Purana that one should not even look at the face of a person whose home a daughter is not born into. This is clearly written in the Garuda Purana. However, daughters of those who give their daughters excessive freedom and pampering become spoiled. Today's story will show you just that. Before starting the story, those who are new to us, please subscribe to our channel. Let's begin today's story. In ancient times, in a forest, a male and a female pigeon were sitting. It was a winter night and it was extremely cold. Then the female pigeon said to the male pigeon, "My dear, what should we do tonight to pass the time until midnight? The cold is very severe." The female pigeon said, "Tell me a story so that we can get through this night." After listening to the female pigeon, the male pigeon begins a story and says to the female pigeon, "Listen carefully. I am going to tell a very enlightening and very inspiring story. This is the story of a wealthy merchant and his daughter." Now the female pigeon listens very attentively, and the male pigeon begins the story. Those who are listening to the story, please listen to the entire story. The male pigeon begins the story. In a city there lived a wealthy merchant. A daughter was born to this merchant. When the daughter was born, there was a very strange atmosphere of happiness in the merchant's house. He loved his daughter so much, pampered her so much, and cared for her so deeply that there was no limit to it. The daughter didn't even need to ask for anything. He would fulfill all her wishes beforehand. The merchant's pampering and love had spoiled his daughter so much that she wouldn't listen to anyone. She had become so useless that she didn't feel like doing any work. She wouldn't get out of bed before 10 o'clock in the morning. If the family members said anything, she would retort with 10 things. She would roam around all day with young boys and would come home at 12 o'clock at night. The merchant's daughter had become so useless that it is difficult to even describe. The merchant's wife would say to the merchant, "You have spoiled this girl." But the merchant would silence his wife by saying that she is just a child and will improve. One should love their daughters, care for them, pamper them, and take care of all their needs, but not so much pampering that her life is ruined. That merchant had become so blindly in love with his daughter that he could see nothing else but his daughter. He had forgotten that one day his daughter would have to go to another home. Sisters and daughters do not stay in one home forever. They have to go to another home. The merchant had forgotten this. The merchant loved his daughter so much that he never scolded her. If anyone else, even her mother or brothers, scolded her, the merchant would fight with them and forbid them. He would always say that she is still a child and will improve. Every parent should always give good values to their daughter. Every parent knows very well that their daughter will have to go to another home after she grows up. Parents can tolerate every mistake of their daughter, but in-laws will never tolerate them. Therefore, give good values to your daughter. The male pigeon is saying this to the female pigeon, and the female pigeon is listening attentively. The male pigeon continues. Now the merchant's daughter had grown up, and the merchant was worried about finding a good groom and a good match to marry his daughter off. This is the dream of every parent in whose home daughters are born. Every parent dreams of marrying their daughter into a good family and seeing her settle down well. Now the merchant was also very sad with this worry. The merchant searched for good matches for his daughter. Finally, he found a good match, and the merchant married off his daughter with great pomp and show, giving a good amount of wealth in dowry. When his daughter went to her in-laws' house, she called her father after only 10 days and said, "Father, come to take me right now. You have put me in what a hell. I don't want to stay in this hell for even a minute." After listening to his daughter's words, the merchant became very worried and sad. The merchant started thinking that he had found a very good match, very capable people, but his daughter was saying that she had been put in hell. What disaster had happened in 10 days that made his daughter say such a thing? The merchant became a little worried and reached his daughter's in-laws' house. If our daughter's behavior is good, our daughter is right, and her values are absolutely correct, then the daughter's father is given great respect and honor in the daughter's in-laws' house. But when the merchant reached his daughter's in-laws' house, he received no respect. No one was ready to even greet him. No one was ready to give him any honor. Then when he reached his daughter's in-laws' house, he first met his daughter-in-law, that is, his daughter's mother-in-law. He greeted his daughter-in-law with Ram Ram and Jai Shri Ram, but she also puffed up her face and gave no reply. Then the merchant met his son-in-law's father, greeted him with Jai Shri Ram and Namaskar, but he also gave no reply. After that the merchant met his daughter's elder brother-in-law, and he also gave no reply. That is, no one was giving him any respect. Finally, the merchant met his son-in-law. The merchant's son-in-law said, "Take your daughter away. We don't need her. You have raised such a spoiled child. She has turned our house into hell. Take her away from here right now. Sit down and calculate the dowry you gave. We don't need her." The merchant was very sad. After that, the merchant went to his daughter's room and said to his daughter, "Daughter, what happened?" The merchant's daughter said to her father, "Father, I don't want to live in this hell. If you want to see me alive, then take me away from this hell right now." After listening to his daughter's words, the merchant took his daughter along and left his daughter's in-laws' house. But even then, his daughter's in-laws did not even say, "Jai Ramji." The merchant took his daughter and set off on the way. On the way, the merchant asked his daughter, "Daughter, tell me one thing. How is your mother-in-law?" The merchant's daughter said, "Father, don't even ask about her. She is a complete witch. She has made my life miserable. You married me into the house of such a witch. She keeps bothering me all the time. Don't even mention the name of such a witch." The merchant said, "Okay, daughter, now tell me, how is your father-in-law?" The merchant's daughter said, "Don't even mention the name of that wicked man. He is completely wicked, a demon." After that, the merchant said, "Okay, leave him. Now tell me, how are your elder brothers-in-law?" Regarding the elder brothers-in-law, the merchant's daughter said, "The elder brothers-in-law are big executioners. Don't even talk about them. They used to trouble me every day." After listening to his daughter's words, the merchant then asked, "How is your sister-in-law? She must be fine. She must love you." The merchant's daughter replied, "Don't even mention the names of those witches, father. They are very bad, always looking to eat." After listening to his daughter's words, the merchant then asked, "Now tell me, how is your husband? How is our son-in-law? He must love you very much." The merchant's daughter said, "He is the messenger of death, the complete Yamraj. Don't mention his name. He is a very wicked person. He has made my life miserable. He used to beat me day and night and never listened to a single word of mine." After listening to his daughter's words, the merchant finally asked, "Now tell me, how are your neighbors?" The merchant's daughter replied, "Father, don't even ask about the neighbors. They are rascals, loafers and goons. The whole neighborhood is bad." Now the merchant was very intelligent. The merchant also understood that one person can be bad, two people can be bad. Okay, maybe my daughter's in-laws are bad, but the neighbors cannot be bad. Therefore the fault lies with my daughter, not with my daughter's in-laws. The merchant understood that all this was the result of my pampering and love. If I hadn't pampered my daughter so much and had given her good values, this situation would not have arisen. The merchant silently took his daughter and came back to his house. As soon as the merchant's daughter stepped into her house, her sisters-in-law also puffed up their faces. The merchant's daughter started thinking why her sisters-in-law were puffing up their faces today. They used to love her very much every day, talk sweetly, but today they were making faces at her. She went to her sister-in-law and asked, "What is the matter? Why have you made a face at me?" She said, "Why shouldn't I make a face? We got you married, sent you to your in-laws' house, but you have come back to trouble me again. So don't talk to me from today onwards." Her sister-in-law scolded her. After hearing this, no one in that house spoke to her except her father. Only her father spoke to her. Now she gradually became very sad. Gradually, her eyes started to open. After a long time, no one talked to her. She remained very sad. Whenever she went out of the house, her friends would always ask her, "How did you come alone? Where is your brother-in-law?" If any neighbor met her, they would also ask the same question, "How did you come alone? Where is your son-in-law?" Listening to such taunts, she remained very sad. When she went to the temple, people there would also ask the same question. Everyone in the neighborhood was saying that the merchant's daughter had come alone. They had just gotten married. Maybe they were getting a divorce. The merchant also had to listen to these taunts every time. And the merchant's daughter also had to listen to these taunts every time. Due to these taunts, the merchant's daughter remained very sad. Now she had gradually realized that she was the root of all the trouble. And because of her mistake, even her father's head was bowed down. But she was not ready to go back to her in-laws' house. She would always say, "Father, it would have been better if I had remained unmarried. If you hadn't gotten me married, it would have been much better." After a long time, the merchant went to his daughter's room and saw that she looked very worried and sad. The merchant went to his daughter and said, "Daughter, what is the matter? You look very sad today." The merchant's daughter said, "Father, I am very sad. If you hadn't gotten me married, I would have lived very happily. But by getting me married, you have pushed me into an ocean of sorrows. Now what should I do? All the people at my in-laws' house are like hell. How can I go to my in-laws' house? And none of my family members, my parents' family, talk to me except you. Not even mother, not even sister-in-law, not even brothers, talk to me. Everyone has started hating me. What should I do? What can I do?" Her father said to his daughter, "Daughter, a very great scholar, a saint, has come to our city. I went to him with your problem, and he told me a solution. If you follow this solution, within 6 months all your in-laws will be in your control and will dance to your tune." Hearing these words of her father, the girl became very happy and said, "Father, will they be in my control in 6 months?" He said, "Yes, they will be in your control in 6 months." Then she said, "Father, please tell me that solution quickly. I will definitely follow it." The girl's father told his daughter the solution and said that she had to chant a mantra and meditate for 6 months. If she did this, then in just 6 months, all her in-laws, her husband, her elder brothers-in-law, her father-in-law, her mother-in-law, everyone would be in her control and would dance to her tune. Whatever she said would happen. She would become the queen of that house, the mistress of that house. The daughter became very happy, but said, "Father, I cannot do this tantra mantra work. Please tell me a simple and easy way." The merchant then said, "Okay daughter, if you cannot chant the mantra, then I will chant the mantra. You just do the meditation." The daughter said, "How is meditation done?" The merchant explained that meditation should be done in this way. For 6 months, you have to remain completely silent. No matter what anyone says to you, do not reply at all. Listen to everyone's words and touch everyone's feet. This is meditation. The merchant's daughter said, "Father, will it be done in just 6 months? I won't be able to do it for longer than that." But the merchant said, "Yes, absolutely in 6 months." The merchant's daughter agreed. The merchant took his daughter and went to her in-laws' house again. As soon as the merchant went to his daughter's in-laws' house, he saw his daughter's mother-in-law in front of him. She scolded him severely and said, "I had refused you the first time you came. I told you we don't need your daughter. Take her back. You have raised such a spoiled child. We don't need her." She scolded him severely. There was no Rama Shama, no respect, no honor. Seeing such behavior of her mother-in-law, the merchant's daughter became very angry. But the merchant signaled to his daughter, "Daughter, you have to meditate. Pay attention to the meditation. You have to remain silent for 6 months. Obey everyone's orders, whatever they say." But still, it is said that a daughter's father always has to keep his head bowed. So he listened to everything with his head bowed and said to his daughter-in-law, "Sister, everyone makes mistakes. She has also made a mistake. Please give her one chance. She has improved now. She will not do anything like that again." After much pleading, the girl's mother-in-law agreed and said, "Okay, if she has improved, I will observe her respectfulness for only 6 months. After that I will send her back, and I will never accept her again in my life." But the merchant humbly agreed, "Okay, you keep her in your house for 6 months. She has become very calm and has completely improved." The merchant left his daughter at her in-laws' house and went back. The merchant's daughter started living in her in-laws' house. She went and touched her mother-in-law's feet. The mother-in-law was very surprised that just a few days ago she was very agitated, wouldn't listen to anyone, used to order us around and eat while sitting, but today she was bowing down to her. She was very surprised. The merchant's daughter said, "Mother, please bless me. Your blessings are very important to me. If you bless me, my meditation will be successful." Her mother-in-law blessed her. "Okay, may you be happy." Now she started living in her house. One day, she was taking tea for her father-in-law. As soon as she was about to hand over the tea to her father-in-law, the cup slipped from her hand and broke on the floor. Then her father-in-law flared up at her and started abusing her, saying, "Get out of my house. We don't need you. You are a spoiled child, an unlucky omen." He spoke to her in this way. Now the merchant's daughter thought in her mind that if her father were not chanting the mantra, she would have broken his head with this cup. But what could she do? She was meditating on silence. Her father was chanting the mantra, so she had to listen to all his words. Whenever anyone said anything to the merchant's daughter, she would get very angry and irritated. But what could she do? She would remember her father's words that she had to meditate for 6 months, remain silent, and he would chant the mantra. Thinking about this, she would remain silent and control her anger. In this way she controlled her anger with great difficulty, and gradually her household started to settle down. They started to believe that she had now improved. With great difficulty, her household settled down. After 6 months, she became pregnant. After 9 months, she became a mother. Now her household was running very smoothly. That is why it is said that excessively pampering one's daughter and spoiling her is very dangerous. Yes, love your daughter, care for her, and take care of everything, but don't spoil her so much that one day it becomes a burden for you, and her life is also ruined. The male pigeon now concludes his story. Dear viewers, one should always give good values to their daughter. Every parent knows very well that their daughter will have to go to another home after she grows up. Parents can tolerate every mistake of their daughter, but in-laws will never tolerate them. Therefore, give good values to your daughter. We hope that you will take a lot of inspiration from this story. So friends, how did you like this story? Please tell us in the comment section, and if you liked it, please do subscribe to this channel.